Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency, friends. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you all being here. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much for all that you're doing to get going. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. I'm setting up my screens, friends. Appreciate everybody joining me. Thank you so much for being here. So this is my 10 o'clock. We're talking about Go Live. We're going to do some things to make sure we feel confident at ease of going live. I'm sending a little quick hello to all of you in the chat. So I appreciate you all being here. As you can tell, your girl is running behind schedule. So I appreciate everybody coming through. We're going to get started in just a few minutes and get going on this live. Let's see. Setting up my screen now to go live and make sure I give it a thumbs up. We're going to do the thumbs up for the live stream. If you are new to my live, come on in. We're going to get to talking and tapping in a second. I want to make sure I'm supporting all of you in your live journey. Feel free to come in and say hello if you are new. So I appreciate you all joining. And then we're going to get started in just a few minutes. Turn this down some. Thank you so much. Hello, friends. Come on in. Let me know where you're from. Go ahead and feel free to say hello in the chat. I appreciate everybody coming through. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you are new to my live, feel free to say hello and come in and get the support you need, friends. So we're going to get started in just a few minutes. I've been super busy getting going live and stuff. Hey, how you doing, pals? How's everything going? The Idea Barista. How are you, friend? I was working on some content. I was like, I gotta post some content, but I didn't get it posted. I got it like editing version. I just gotta do like the text on screen, that type of stuff. So editing, I finished the editing. I just needed to write the last few, probably another 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. But I was like, you know what? I'm already late. So let me get on here, save it, and I'll do it after I get off the live. So that's my thinking. But I gotta do better with my content. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to start this last month of the year off right. So I can create some good habits in the new year. One thing I haven't tried, and I said I was gonna try it, Hallicuse. Me too. I posted 2 days in a row. Look at me, Ma. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing that. Good job. Good job. You going. Go, girl. I heard that. I'm trying. I didn't post. Okay, so what had happened? I didn't post yesterday. I had this video already kind of like I did some screenshots, some things I was going to use as like a text or like an overlay on the screen. And I did that part of it, but I just didn't do what I just did, where I did the voiceover and stuff like that. So now I'm ready. So I just need to sit down and do the last 5 to 10 minutes of it. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for joining the live. I appreciate you all being here. I am Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I'm a TikTok Creator Network agency. And so what I do is talk about all things going live and helping people with their Go Live journey. So that's what we're doing here. We were just talking about to be a live host, a live streamer, you also have to have the content. Okay, so they kind of go hand in hand. As you're thinking about building your community, talking to your target audience, connecting with them, they're going to go to your content. They're going to look at your page. And I tell you guys all the time, your content is for your target audience, not for, it's for people who are interested in what you have to share. So you got to be intentional and cognizant of that. You should join the stuff. 30-day challenge I have. Okay, wait a minute. Short stuff. Okay, wait a minute. Hey, friends. Hey, how y'all doing? Thank you all for being here. Make sure you thumbs up and like the live. And if you have not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And then make sure that you also click the bell to get notifications of when I go live and when I post content. So that you have it. Oh, thank you. Appreciate the compliments. It's like my eye pressed you. Thank you for that. Okay, you said you should join the Stuff's 30-day hook challenge. I have to alter them for my brand voice, but it's cute. And also you start to say that you were gonna do something how like you told you. Thank you. The text on screen. So I have not done that. I said I was gonna try it. So that's gonna be today's task to try the text on screen. And you said short stuff as a hook challenge. I like that. I like that idea. You know what I've been trying to do is I've been digging through Creator Search Insights. That's where I've been kind of doing the last few videos have come from that. So I'm trying to be a little bit intentional with yes, very smart. Yeah. So I said I was gonna try the text on screen. I'm gonna do that today. So I'm gonna do the one I'm gonna post today, and then I'm gonna do another post with text on screen. My videos as of late, they've been kind of in the 200, 300, 100 type jail. So I'm trying to figure out how to break that a little bit. So I'm trying to go back to basics. And so back to basics for me is doing more tutorial videos, saying it very, very frequently what I'm talking about in the video, trying to categorize it a little bit more. So we'll see. We'll see. I need to do a little bit better with what I'm doing. So definitely need to work on my categorization. And I know where I'm making missteps. So for example, the voiceover I just did, I'm going to use it. But I don't think I said the hook or the categorized term as much. So there's little things like that I'm picking up on my missteps. I'll say that. It's not mistakes, but it's things that I could be doing differently and that I had done well in other content that I'm not doing in the latest content. So I'm recognizing where I'm making a mistake. So anyway, thank you all for coming through. I appreciate you all joining me. Appreciate all the support. So come on in. If you haven't done so already, put a thumbs up on the live stream, as well as making sure you subscribe. We had 935 when I started this. So hopefully we get some new friends in here. We're on a road to 1K. That's what I call this, the road to 1K. And so because of that, we are trying to make sure we go live, we're consistent, and we're growing as a community. And what will happen here, thank you for the house rules, pals. And so what will happen here is that this will become a playlist. I do stream, I co-stream on TikTok. So all this is recorded, and I post content that I make public to a playlist on YouTube. So I have content there. Now, I'll tell you all, I know for a fact I'm doing this very messy, but I am being consistent. I'm showing up, I'm growing, and I see the growth. I need to figure out some things I need to do in 2026 a little differently with this platform. But right now, this is my path, and I'm trying to grow it, trying to get the watch hours. So go ahead and watch the live stream and go back and watch some of my other recordings as well. But I'm trying to get the watch hours, and I'm trying to grow the subscriber count so that this channel can get more engaging for other folks. But I need to make some tweaks. I need to make some tweaks so that my content mirrors what I'm talking about here. So we're going to work on that. That's the 2026 goal. YouTube is on the list of my goals for the year. So thank you so much for being here. Again, if you're new to my channel, make sure you give it a thumbs up. You like the live, but you also subscribe to the channel. And then I say this channel is for people who are 18 years and older, because both on TikTok and YouTube, you have to be of age to go live. You have to be at least 18 years and older. And then also, let's keep it professional. So ask questions that pertain to live stream. Thank you so much for all your support with watching and engaging. My moderator is the Idea Barista. She's monitoring the chat, but also she's a great person to connect with and ask questions about YouTube as well. She has a couple different channels. So just be respectful. I live in Florida. I know I'm gorgeous. Thank you for the compliments about my smiles, my eyes, my hair. Thank you so much. I am married, so appreciate all the compliments and support. But let's keep it focused on live streaming. All right, friends. Thank you so much. You said you have to consider making actual YouTube videos and then using clips for it for your YouTube posts. You laughing at me? He said, have you considered? Yes. Well, you know, they give you the highlights. So I need to do better with my leveraging the highlights. I do. And then I do need to do better with leveraging my content on TikTok and bringing it over here as also content for understanding TikTok, but also live streaming. Yeah, so there's, like I said, 2026, I'm going to shift a little bit. I need to do the things to optimize the profile. I need to use thumbnails, use all the things to get more engagement with the channel. And then I probably need to make sure that I'm talking and connecting with the right audience too. So we'll see. I don't think it's, like you said, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm trying. I'm trying. And you're trying. We doing it. 2026. We planted the seed, friend. Seeds. Okay. That's what's happening. So when you show up consistently. You're showing up in your brand voice and your brand in your brand in general. You are gonna see some success. You'll see the needle move. So for me, it was about growing this channel and being consistent at the same time that I was being consistent with TikTok. And so I've seen the growth in the last 7 months of doing this, and I'm almost at 1,000 followers at a channel that really was very dormant, wasn't getting a lot of traction. So to do this, it's growth. Now, is it the right audience? Is it the target audience? Maybe not. Thank you so much from Israel. See, we're all over the world. We're global, baby. But I do need to hone into what I'm trying to do with this channel. So that's going to be important. TikTok, I think I've gotten a little more handle on what's happening over there. There's definitely some things that can be done differently, but YouTube, I need to kind of do a little bit more support too. So those are goals for 2026 for me. YouTube is on the list. My list is long, y'all. From a digital marketing, social media perspective, it's grown. There's a lot I want to do, but I'm gonna keep going and make sure I just stay focused. Matter of fact, let me make sure, because I turned the page. Let's see. Make sure I add some stuff about my channel. Because I just said something I want to make sure I captured. All right, friends. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for coming to the live stream. We're going to go live on TikTok in just a moment. We're going to go live over there in just a moment. Okay, friends. Thank you all for supporting the live stream. I appreciate everybody being here. And make sure you thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscriber button. All right, friends. Let's see. Live go. We'll do that. Oh, thank you so much, Lauren. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. Where are you from? Let me know where you're from. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for being here. This is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I'm a creator network agency here on TikTok. We're going to be talking all things going live. I appreciate you all coming in and supporting the live stream. California, awesome. Thank you. You're in the United States. Appreciate that. I get people from all over the world, so I appreciate the support. Thank you for being here. Let me know, do you go live? Let us know. I talk to all people who are nervous, afraid, scared, introverted. This is not necessarily their comfort zone, so we talk about how to go live here. And so I appreciate you being here. You said, wow. Lauren, are you 18 years and older? That's the other question. We got one of two things going on here. I will say this, Idea Barista, we do get some people who are in the United States. We do, because I actually had a meeting with somebody on 26. Oh, look at there. I had a meeting with someone who had been attending my live stream all the time, because you don't know who's in the room. And so she reached out and she said, I want to meet with you. And she met with me because we talked about digital marketing. And she was like, I want to meet with you. I want to talk to you. I need to know. I want to get guidance and support. So it was really, really one of those moments like, hey. And so I got an appointment too. Wow, how cool. It was. That happened in the summer. That was in like June. So yeah, there are people all over the world, and even California in the U.S. watching. The person, hey Renee, how are you, friend? The person who came, she was actually in Florida. Which was awesome because I'm in Florida as well. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all joining. Hey Trisha T, how you doing, friend? Come on in. Lee Ann, how are you as well? Appreciate you being here. Come on in, get grabbing your daily heart me's. Thank you for the support. We're going to get started in just a little bit. We are talking all things going live, friends. Appreciate everybody coming in. How's everybody doing? I was sitting here chatting on the YT pals. I did turn on my do not disturb, so we should get interrupted. Although, funny thing, my husband called. Was that 2 days ago? I had on the do not disturb, but the call came through. I was like, oh, because I ended the live right when I ended it. He was calling. I was like, oh, okay, but the do not disturb is still on. So I don't know if that's necessarily going to fix the problem, but we'll see. We'll see. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? I thought I wanted to share that with you. I knew that happened to me the other day. I was like, oh, that's weird when I actually had it on. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate the support. Come on in, friends. We're going to get to talking. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's stay focused, friends. We got you can designate numbers that it doesn't apply to. Hold on one second. Good morning, Leanne. What you talking about? The do not disturb? Let me know, friend. You can designate numbers that it doesn't apply to. What does that mean? I missed it. I was going to try something today. We're going to try we're going to try a trial. It's a trial of what does it look like to have the guest boxes. I'm going to do countdown as well. Hey, Dr. Michelle. How you doing, friends? Come on in. We're going to do this layout. We're going to talk about this. I'm going to toggle that off. We're going to turn that off. We are going to talk about, let's see. We got the boxes there. I want to do something else. Hello, thank you for sharing out the live, friends. I turned on the boxes. We're going to have more than one, though. Let me see. I want to make sure the layout makes sense. Hold on one second. What's the board about? Let's see. Hold on one second. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then I'm going to make that color. How do I edit that? We're going to make that black. And we're going to do that in a retro. We're going to expand it. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you all. I'm doing something real quick. Let's see if this works. Let's see. What does that do? It's under review. There we go. Okay, let me see. Can I edit it? Let me make the color different so it stands out. We'll do white. Okay. Let's see if that worked. Okay. So that's a board for the hello, friends. Come on in. Thank you so much. So I just created a board for, are you trying new things? I am nature. You say, are you trying new things, girl? Yes. So that's a board that you could put. You could put this board. You actually can change the order of it too. I think you can. Hey, Miss Darlene, how you doing, friends? Come on in. We trying different things today. So we're going to try a couple things. Let's see. Why isn't my board? Why is my board there? I want to bring it up. So it's not showing. Anybody who wants to come up in the boxes. So we did that. No, not always use this. And then I want to make sure I turned off a couple features. Set the wallpaper for your live in the grid layout. What does that mean? We're going to do something. Oh. Oh, that's what that meant. We're trying different things, y'all. Well, that's what that meant. Okay. So that's what that meant. I changed the grid layout, the wallpaper. Um, let's see. I don't know why I did that, but I don't. That's not the grid I want though. Um, let's see. I want to change it to this one. I want to change it to that one. And what I was gonna do, so thank you all for being here. So we, hello friends, we're trying something different. So here's what happened. We have 150. Not everybody's going live. We know this. We know this, but there are 150 people in the agency. So what's happening now is that you guys are in group chats, so you see who is going live in your group chat, but you don't see everybody. And then on top of that, there's a few people who can share out multiple, who's in multiple group chats. You said very nice, but not everybody is. And so what I want to do is, I want you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. Who was that super fan? Coach Rhonda. Hey friend. Hey Holly Q. So what I want to do is start highlighting you all. So a couple things I did. Thank you so much for the populars and the fest pops. What I want to do is like have you guys come up and like we're gonna play around with the counter, with the countdown. You guys will be featured. So we're gonna play around with a couple different formats for people to start learning from each other. And if you are somebody who anybody wants to share your live topic and share something you're doing in your live, maybe do that and have you come up and share it out within like a 3 minute time frame. So I want to do that a little bit more frequently with some of you all. I also turned off this feature. So I'm going to talk about a couple features you guys can turn off and on in your live stream. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you, Trisha T, coming in. So you guys can turn off the feature where you get an extra reward. I turned that off. Now, TikTok's going to always get their reward. Let's just be clear about that. But there is a feature where you can turn off the extra reward that you receive when you are hosting someone in your boxes. Okay, so you can turn that off. And so I'm going to show that to you. I'm going to use my other phone as show and tell for you all. And so we'll talk about this, and then you guys can come up. And so the board here, as you can see, thank you all for sharing out the live. As you can see on this board, you can put messages for what your live guest panel boxes are about, as well as you can have multiple boxes. So you see me here as kind of the highlight. I kind of like this feature, this type of board, because it's not overtaking your screen. You know what I'm saying? So it's something you might want to play around with in terms of which layout makes sense for what you're trying to do. But this is a good one. And so I'll show you where you guys can also make it so that your guest is the highlight person. So they can kind of share and talk about what they want to do, what they're doing in their live. So let's do this. If somebody, well, let me do this. Let me show you what I did first. I'm going to show you on the other phone. And then what I want you guys to do, and make sure you guys are sharing out the live and tapping the screen for me as well. So I appreciate any support to get some more of our friends in. I did not share out my own live, so let me share it out. I think I came on and was just talking. Hello, Mrs. Treetop. How are you? Mrs. Treetop, we're going to test some stuff here. I got a board up, so we're going to test a few features. I'm going to show you. Good morning. She was in the room when we were talking with Janine in her live stream. So we got a chance to see some stuff. I'm sharing out my live now, so if you guys don't mind sharing out the live as well and making sure we tap as well. Give me 1 second. Okay. Hey friends, thank you so much. Come on in. Thank you, Black Lotus, for that daily heart me. Unwritten Unstoppable. Thank you for coming in. Good morning, Vetta. Thank you so much. How you doing, friend? Appreciate you saying good morning. Those coming in, show those stickers. Go live, go live. Appreciate you all being here. So we're going to test a couple things out. I want you guys to be able to see this. I had some technical difficulties doing live at 11. You said you had some technical things doing live at 11 a.m. today. It's not 11 yet. What happened? What you mean, Mrs. Treetop? 11 p.m. No, you said a.m. You said today. It's not 11 yet. Delta Wi-Fi. Say that again. Is Delta's Wi-Fi is excellent? Is it really? You in the air? Hey, how cute. You said I'm going live at 11 today. So you had some technical difficulties. You're having some already. Your live isn't working. Let me know. Come up in the boxes. We'll talk in a second. Name pronounced Velveeta. That's it, Velveeta. How you doing, friend? Vita. I was supposed to go live at 10 a.m. Oh, it didn't work? Oh, what was the technical? What was the issue? TikTok is acting glitchy this morning. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to do the handy dandy shop side. Okay, so with my shop page, I'm going to flip the screen. Let me show you guys this. So I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see it. We're going to go live. I'm in my house, internet issues fixed now. Okay, perfect. Hey, Black Lotus, how you doing, friend? All right, so we're here. We're gonna talk about the live stream. Let's see. Go live. So we're here. Good morning, everybody. Yes, definitely share out the live. So I'm going to turn this board off. Let's see. Thank you, Vita. Thank you so much for that. So we're here. Now, unfortunately, you see the two people. If you guys are in your live, the two people are going to be in your left corner. I think for you guys, you see it like maybe in the middle of my screen here. So as a guest, you'll see different, the two peoples where you can request to come up as a guest in these panel boxes. However, as a live host, there's settings in there for you. So what I'm going to do is go live because you don't see it before you go live. So I'm going to click the go live. And so these setting boxes, I was just on the panel, someone said that they couldn't go live either, technical issues. Oh, really? Well, Miss Treetop said it was her Wi-Fi. She was saying it was her home. So here, you see the two people. Two people, again, let's put it in the chat. Who are the two people? And what's this infinity ring? Let's see. The infinity ring versus the two people. Y'all should know this. Infinity ring versus the two people. What's the difference? What's the infinity ring? Guest versus co-host. Thank you so much. So infinity rings are battles. That's true. That's true. Thank you, Helicu, for that. Guest versus co-host. I know very little about going live. Okay. You're in the right room. Another person said they couldn't give coins. Oh, really? Oh, I don't know. So let's dive with, so today's live, we're going to go a little deeper. We're going to go a little deeper into what it means to go live with guests. Okay? Guests are these panel boxes that you guys see here. So you said frozen. Am I frozen? Let me know if I'm frozen. So we're going to go a little deeper here. This little settings wheel is your friend. Okay? This is your friend. This is where you get the layout for your live stream. I'm using right now this Fluid, the second one. You're not frozen. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm not sure what happened. Ms. Darlene, Velveeta, you probably have his number exempt from it. What happened? You probably have his number exempt from it. Oh, you're saying my husband. That's why he was able to get through with the do not disturb. That's what you were talking about. It got filtered, Leanne. Leanne, your comment earlier got filtered. You said I probably got my husband where he can always disturb me. He can always disturb. Happy Friday, favorite. Yeah, that's probably true. He probably does have a special permission. Thank you for that. Appreciate you all coming in. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you for that information. He's a permanent, he's on permanent disturb mode. I'll take a look at it. I don't think I gave him any special privileges, but him and my daughter are in my favorites on my iPhone. Those are the only two people listed under favorites. So I don't know if that means anything. Maybe they can disturb me. I don't know. We have another snowstorm today and tomorrow is snowing now. Oh, wow. Ooh, I did not miss the Midwest. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here, we're going to go here. So board. Board is what this is. This little purple box, that's a board. As you guys can tell, I put a board up to kind of let you know what's going on with this particular live. Snowing here in Maryland too. Oh, wow. We don't want to talk about the weather in Florida, y'all. We don't want to talk about it. I was like, oh, we don't want to do that. So this is the board. Multi-guest panels. Convey your message on a spot. Add keywords on available spot. A board is visible to all and helps introduce your live. Okay? So this is how you create a board. So that's what you would do. Okay? So this is where you can add a board message. All right? There's some other little cute little features already here. Look at that. You know, there's some templates. So all that's there. I didn't use a template. Did I not see the templates? Let me check, y'all. Let me edit my board. Where are the little templates? Okay. All right. I see y'all. Okay. Yeah, there's a whole lot of little templates here. This one, that's cute. So people put templates in here. I'm not gonna click some of their templates, but yeah, there's templates in there. I like this. Look at Rhonda. He said I like that. Hey, Fred, thank you for the shares and the reposts. Thank you all. So yeah, so you can use some of these templates. So take a look at some of the stuff here. It'll give you a history of what your boards were, so you can go back to them. And then there's a question. So it's taken up an available spot. So keep that in mind. Your board does take up a spot. So it's not an endless count of boards, but it is taking a spot. But can you start over, please? Hold on one second. I sure will. That got filtered. Trisha T. So let me start over. So, hello, friends who are coming in. I think there's some folks coming in. So we're gonna go back here. So I'm live on my shop page. I click the two people. So I'm here. Okay, hey Eugene, I'm here. Thank you for the daily harmony. I click that settings wheel in the top. Stop it. There we go. And so here's the layout. So layouts, the one I'm using is the fluid panel. Hey, Mrs. Treetop, thank you for the populars. I'm using a fluid panel. That's what you see over here. Okay, there are other panels you can use. Does this board change the age restrictions? I don't know. Let's see. Does it change your age restrictions? Why would it change your age restrictions? Why would it be tied to that? Let me see if the Q&A says anything about it. Why would it change your age restrictions? Let me know why would you say that? Thank you so much, Mrs. Treetop, for the gift. Why would it change it, friend? Use board available. So here's I hit the question mark. So good morning, happy Friday. So you can do different layouts with the board. You can move it around. It's literally another panel box, essentially. So you can change the color. You can upload pictures. Can I create a private template? Yes. Templates can be created. Does it violate any third party? You got to make sure you don't violate any of TikTok. So your verbiage has to be acceptable to TikTok. Okay. So I don't see anything about age restrictions. Does it contain any personal information? You can't do that. Can you use saved templates created by others? You got to make sure you are picking templates that are acceptable. Okay, so that's what this Q&A says. So take a look at it, but I don't see anything about age restrictions. Definitely be careful about a board, because I know some of y'all got services, businesses, websites. You got to be careful about that. So you can't violate TikTok's community guidelines. So if you were going to write words on that, make sure it's words that is not conveying like a web page or anything like that. I would say if your web page is like your name, maybe you could put your name there and say, hey, and then you want to go here and go to Internet Highway for this information. So you could be probably creative with that, but just be careful about what you put on the board. Okay. So, okay. And this is a regular board. This is a board too. So you got to be careful about what you put. So this is a regular board too. Okay. So back here, is there a way to study and use live functionality with going live? The practice mode is limited. You can do what I'm doing here. I mean, I'm on live on another account, and I use this kind of as a show and tell account sometimes. That's not necessarily what you're talking about, but you can. So I couldn't point people to my website. You got to be careful. You can't drive people off the platform. You cannot drive people off the platform. TikTok will send you a restriction. So you got to be careful about how you say stuff. Yeah. So you can say, hey, go to the internet highway, something like that. So, okay, just curious because it's also called a board. A board doesn't have anything to do with audience control, content disclosure, because you said 18 years and older. So your board is for content disclosure. It turns that on. Now, I don't think this board turns on your content disclosure. No, this is just for marketing and advertising. So they are so strict about it. Yes, they're very strict. Vita, hold on. It is so I could do what you're doing on on my other account. Yes, yes. And if you're new to going live, you're not see TikTok filtered your message trainer V. I have my website in my bio. Is that not allowed? Yes, it's allowed. Although they didn't like the fact that you wrote the word website. I guess I don't know what the issue was with that comment. Yes, you can have a web page there, and you can tell people. I can tell people, hey, click my bio. My mini profile's gonna pop up. If you click my photo up here, well, actually, Trainer V, do it. I want you to go. Everybody can do what I'm about to say to do. Okay, so I want y'all to practice this because this is the way you could talk to your community. If you click my profile picture, my mini profile is going to pop up. If you click my profile picture again, when that mini profile pops up, it takes you to my main profile. I didn't take you off the website, off the platform. I took you to my profile page. You're still hearing my voice. You should still hear me talking. And then if you scroll down under my profile, you'll see, I don't say website, I say web page. That's just my way of communicating the difference. But I'll say that and it'll take you to my application for the TikTok account. But yeah, you can direct people in a way of sharing what's on the platform. And on the platform is your contact that web page for you. So that's what I would tell you to do. Okay? So we're talking about panels and boards today because I want you guys to be able to start thinking about leveraging this a little bit too. FYI, you can also set up this board before you hit live. It's in setting, then boards, then multi-guest. It is. You're right. You're right. Let me show you. Hello, friend. How you doing, Jane? You're right. It is under the boards here. There's a multi-guest board. She's right about that. So the multi-guest, thank you so much, Basil. I don't think I can pin you, but no, I can't pin you. When you have a board, panel box up, you can't pin comments. But she's absolutely right. In settings, under the boards area, there's a multi-guest board that represents this board here. My fingers is backwards, but you know the one I'm pointing to. This bottom board. Okay? So that's what she's saying. So you can set that up in advance. Thank you so much, Coach Rhonda. Appreciate you all. Thank you so much for that, Pals, for sharing that too. Thank you, friends, coming in. I appreciate everybody joining the live. So we are talking about multi-guest panels right now. So I'm on my other account. I'm pointing out a couple things, features to you all, because I want you guys to be able to think about leveraging this. I'm going to try to leverage this a little bit more. We'll try this out today even, because many of you, we got to 150 people in the agency. Just saying, we're growing, okay? And not all of you guys know each other. The way I have you guys set up in group chats, you're only 32 people can be in a group chat. I have 5 group chats. Not everybody's seeing everybody. So I want you guys to kind of know different people in the agency right now, and that way you guys can come up and just do a quick intro of what you do in your live stream. So I want to try this out today. Okay, we will stick to boards. Okay. Okay. So I want to try this out today and see if this works, but I want you guys to know this is a feature that you can leverage. Okay. So look here. So where am I at? So 2 people, just so that you guys know, we said this earlier for those just coming in a room. 2 people is the panel boxes. These are the panel boxes. Or there's different layouts, and I'm going to show you that in a second. The infinity ring is a co-host. Co-host means that you battle, like you said, you battle with the co-host. You are inviting someone who is in their live room. They're in their room, you're in your room. 2 separate rooms. That's what the infinity ring is. So we're talking about the 2 people, the 2 heads. And then I say go to the settings. Go to the settings here. And this is where you are now seeing different layout features. So right here are the different layouts. Thank you so much. Thank you for the glasses, the Festlick gear. Um, Thank you, super fan, coming in, UG. And so different layouts. The one that I have here is the fluid panel. That's the one that's there. You can also do a fluid grid. I'll show that to you guys. We'll just go, kind of show the different formats real quick so you guys can see it. This is the fluid grid. My board is still up there. So you see that. The next one you see is the fluid grid. They just changed the name. I'm sorry, the fixed grid. No, it says the fixed grid. Yeah. Lessons plan. How are you, friend? Thank you so much. And as people enter your room, you actually can see them as a live host entering your room. You as guests don't see who's coming in. I'm not seeing the option in my iPad live studio settings. You wouldn't. The live studio format and settings is different. It's different, friends. Come on in. Thank you all for joining the live. I appreciate you all joining. We are talking about the different settings for multi-guest. I want you guys to know this and understand it so you guys can leverage this in your live streams. And then the next one is, we said the fixed grid. The fixed grid is where now you have everybody here. Okay? You have up to 9 boxes. I told you this board takes up one of your boxes. Okay? So you have up to 9 boxes. So that board is going to take up a box. All right? And so then the next one you have is the fixed panel. So we're going to be on the fixed panel to the side. So let me show you that one. Okay? So that's when you have the boards on the side here. Okay? So again, those are the different layouts. Now, the layout we're going to talk about, because I'm going to go back to the one that was the fluid panel just so we have a little bit more visibility on the screen. Okay? So we're going to go back to this one. All right? So I think, so I like the fluid and fixed panels. Yes, yes. How you doing, honestly? How you doing, friend? Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you all supporting the live, and let me know if you have any questions. And so, yeah, the iPad. So okay, let me say this really quickly. Live Studio is for the laptop or desktop. You said iPad. Live Studio is not for the iPad. So you're watching the live on the iPad. So you are still in the mobile device version. The iPad has features that are in different locations. Thank you so much, honestly. They're in different locations, Vita. So that you know, so it's not as apparent. Good morning, Kim. How you doing, friend? We are talking about multi-guest watching on iPhone, trying to test iPad. So yes. So iPad, there's a few people in the room that use the iPad. I have an iPad that I'm streaming from the YT right now. I don't like the iPad for my TikTok. I use it for my YT. I just think that it's a different feel. Thank you so much. And then the camera angle has you kind of off-centered, so I prefer the phone. Okay, so that's my preference than an iPad. TikTok is glitchy. I heard everyone saying it's glitchy today. I've heard a couple people said that it wasn't working, the streaming wasn't working. It's been super glitchy today. So we're talking, as you guys can see, and thank you, my friend who's in the room for my for my demonstration. They're seeing my ceiling, they're seeing all types of my parts of my room. But thank you so much for being here. So the laptop and desktop has Live Studio. So that's what you use for Live Studio. Lord, I got to get a tablet. Phone screen is kind of small. It is kind of small. The tablet is a different type of adjustment. I will say that. And so we'll probably have some people who use the tablet talk a little bit so you guys can kind of hear what their experience is. But it's a different adjustment. There are people who use it, but you just have to adjust to it. For me, it didn't work. I didn't like the orientation of the camera. The camera was to the panel sides. It's along the side here on the iPad for me. And it's like almost as if I'm always looking off-center, and I didn't care for it. So I didn't really explore the iPad as much as other people have done it. So, okay, back here. We're back to multi-guest. Okay? Thank you so much, friends. You said same. Yeah, that was my experience with my iPad. So here is the settings wheel. So we're going to click the settings wheel. And now we just went through the layout. We just went through the board. The board is what you see on my screen. This feature here, I'm going to put it close. Did you get the flash code? I didn't. TikTok didn't give it to me yesterday either, so we're not going to talk about it yet. We're going to see. I'm moving my phone close so you guys can see what I see. This is a feature where it's turned on here. You could turn it off, okay? I like the iPad when I do my exercise live so I can phone demos. Okay, so you can do demos. Okay, so here, I have two devices. So I have two phones and an iPad. Three devices rather. So it says here, TikTok rewards your contribution for arranging a multi-guest live. By turning this off, you may not get any extra rewards for multi-guest live. Let me explain that, okay? Let me explain that. And you guys are going to ask me what the breakdown of percentages is. Honestly, I have not seen it in writing, so I'm not sure what the actual percentages is. I've heard a few different things. So I can tell you what I think, and then I can tell you what I've heard. Okay? So here is where, if you are a live host, and you have panel boxes, those people are guests in your room. Thank you so much. They are guests. You are the host. So because, thank you so much, Nika. I think that's so cute. Thank you for supporting my live go. Thank you for the daily heart me friends. I appreciate you all coming through. Appreciate all the support. Let's see. Thank you all coming in. Get your daily heart me's. Appreciate the support. Let's see. Thank you for the daily heart me's, all of you that came into the room. Okay, so when you have a guest in your boxes, TikTok says there's an opportunity for you. You said 66%. What's that, friend? Good morning, y'all. Thank you. There's an opportunity for you to get a percentage, almost like a hosting fee. That's essentially what they said. That's the language here. It says, by turning this off, you may not get any extra rewards for multi-guest lives. So when you are in your live, it's almost like when you come to someone's house, home etiquette. Now, not everybody follow this, but if you come to someone's house for the first time, somebody says, "Oh, you should bring like a hostess gift, like a bottle of wine or whatever the case may be." It's almost to that extent when you think about you're hosting them. As viewers, you don't get rewards. As a guest, you can get a reward. People can gift the panel. So TikTok says because you hosted that event, because you hosted that panel, because you supported that, you can get an extra hosting fee. You can turn this off, that you don't get that. Now, you're going to say, what's the fee? What's the breakdown? Let me say this. Anybody in your boxes, they do not get 100% of whatever's given, ever. So whether you turn this on or off, they never get 100%. Let me make that very clear, because I don't want people to walk away and say, "Oh, well, I thought I was going to get all my coins." No, that never happens. That don't happen for you. That don't happen for me. That don't happen for a guest. I've received rewards as a guest on another live. Yes. So you could receive rewards. You never get 100% of those as a guest. Here's why. TikTok always get theirs first. Okay? Let me be very clear about that. TikTok is always going to get theirs first. You get a percentage. It's called the Scale Live Rewards. You can make up to 40% as a host. TikTok, at that point, if you get the 40%, TikTok takes 60. Okay? That's for Scale Live Rewards. So I just want you guys to be clear when you're talking to your guests, they should never expect that they're going to get whatever those coins are at 100%. That is never the case. That will never happen. Now here's the question that people have talked about, and I don't know the breakdown percentage. Yes, ma'am, we are here always for you. Here, you work for TikTok, exactly. That is it, Trainer V. So I want to be clear about that, because I don't want y'all to come back and be like, "Oh, I thought." No. I don't want your guests to think that they thought they were going to get 100%. So you got to educate your guests. So you could turn this feature off. When you turn that feature off, you don't get that hosting fee, that extra fee. Now you're going to say, what is that amount? So here's what I've heard. I don't know if this is true. I've heard that TikTok gets their percentage, and then the host gets like So I've heard it's supposed to be like a breakdown of 50-50. Now I think that's old because that used to be back when TikTok took 50%, you took 50%. So I really don't think that's the case anymore. I really think we're talking about a 60-40 because the most you can make in a live is 40%. So I don't think that's changing. So when it comes to the most you can get is 40%, I think what happens is the between you and that guest, you're splitting somewhere between that 40%. So if they're getting something for that, I heard they get 20, maybe that means you get 20. Somebody said that the host gets 30. I'm not sure, but I've heard different numbers. Breakdown TikTok 50, 30, 20. I've heard that, but I don't think that's true. I'm telling you because TikTok gets 60 any other time with your live. Let's be real about it. So if TikTok is still getting their 60, then you and that person is splitting somewhere around 40. Now the 40 breakdown, I don't know what that is. So maybe it's different depending on the creator too. No, the Scale Live Rewards is across the board. The Scale Live Rewards is everybody has the Scale Live Rewards. That's TikTok's. I'll show you guys in a second, but that's TikTok's breakdown for your live stream. So that's why I said when people talk about that percentage, I think they're talking about it from the old way when it used to be 50-50. When TikTok rolled out the Scale Live Rewards, when they rolled out the Scale Live Rewards, they rolled it out in, thank you so much, Ashley, for the follow. They rolled it out in February of this year. So Scale Live Rewards started to roll out. It was actually like March because it was like the end of February. So we started seeing the Scale Live Rewards. So that's when the 50-50 split for what happened in your live stream ended. Okay, it was really easy to say you get 50% of the rewards that happen, TikTok takes 50%. That doesn't happen anymore. Now it's based on the performance that happens in your live, based on how long you go live and how many new followers you receive. That's how you determine if you're going to get up to 50%. So the multi-guest is interesting. I'm actually going to write a note to see if I can get a better understanding of that from my Creator Network point of contact. So I don't know the answer right now, but I'll make a note to ask that question because I just met with her. So I'm making a note right now. Hold on one second. Okay. So thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate you, friends. Thank you so much for the support. Okay. So we're gonna hold on one second. You said it's only allowing me to use Live Studio, not Lives. Not Lives. Live Studio is when you're on a computer. Is that what you're talking about, Phoenix? How you doing, Phoenix? Yeah, Live Studio is when yeah, that's part of the desktop or laptop. So if you're on the desktop or laptop, you have to use oh hey friend, you have to use your computer. If it's allowing you to use Live Studio on your tablet, are you toggling over to the device camera? You might need to change your change over to the device camera. Let me know if you don't know what I'm talking about. I'll show you once I finish this demo because I have to end the live to show it to you. So I'll show it to you in a little bit. Hey friend. Okay, so let's do this. We'll go back here. So we're going back to settings. So that's the multi-guest. That's how you turn it on and off. I'm on the phone now, but it's only letting me use Live Studio. Yeah, when you first start the live, are you right there where you could do voice chat? Do you see voice chat? Do you see gaming mobile mobile gaming? Do you see device camera and Live Studio? Those are the options you might see. Yeah, so you got to toggle over. Wallpaper, we were just playing around with this. Set the wallpaper for your live in the grid layout so you could change the view where it goes to the grid layout. Yeah, set or rather download Live Studio. Yeah, again, that's on the computer. You wouldn't do it from a tablet. So allow guests to request. Let me just point out this real quick. So people can't request to come in my live right now because the last time I've shown this live, I was in the voice chat mode. The voice chat mode are those little bubbles. How do you do a background? What do you mean? This wallpaper feature? You want me to show it to you real quick? Is that what you're talking about? And so you can set it. Hold on one second. It's not doing it right now because I'm not in the mode. Let's see. Let me change it. Um, and then let's change it to the background. It's not doing it right now because I have this board up. I think the board is making it the main background. Yeah, the board is making it do that. So it's not going to let me do both probably. I think that's what's happening. So I changed it to the grid layout. So I would have to probably remove the board to make it do the wallpaper options. So when you look at the wallpaper options, you get these other features for wallpaper. So that's how you do that. Let's go back. Okay. So now this here, I wanted to point this out. If you turn off allow guests to request, especially if you're doing it because of a voice chat, you got to come back and turn this on. It keeps it off, okay? So if you turn this off, it'll let you add your followers or anyone can request. If you want to auto request people, you can do it based on your anyone, followers, friends, or gifters. But you have to turn these features back on. And so I had them off because I did a voice chat. When you come back to your regular live, you got to turn it back on, okay? I just want to express that because a lot of you are like, well, why can't people request? It's because you turned it off when you did your voice chat. And a lot of people are turning that feature off because tapping, and they want to make sure people are just not randomly requesting and stuff. So this is being manipulated because of voice chat. So when you do your regular live, you got to come back and fix this. Thank you so much, friend. Okay. You can share recordings with your guest. Hey, E-Nurse, how you doing, friend? You can share recordings with your guest as well. This is a great feature. You want to keep this in mind if you are, because I'm actually about to post about sharing recordings. You want to keep this in mind, like, so for example, if you're doing a special panel or discussion or something where you want to make sure those guests get a copy of that. I was in a super fan for Carol, the voice guru, and she had this on, so she was able to share with us our recording, the recording from her live, and I was able to hear myself when I did the recording where I was doing the voiceover in her room. Hey, Coach Jesse, what are you level? Oh, congratulations! What level is that? 33. Wow, congratulations, friend. I'm not going to pin it right now because I'm about to put the voice chats, I mean, not the voice chat, but the boxes up. So I don't, well, let me print it for a second. Let's see. Will it let me do it? Okay. So we'll do it. We'll do it for now. Okay. So now, so that's something you want to keep in mind. You might want to toggle this on if you do want to share out your recordings to your community. The voice rings, that's for the voice chat. You can see what it looks like for your ring and restart points after discontinuing. You can have that setting if you want people to have their points not to restart every time they leave your live. Okay, sometimes when they leave your live, if it's still the same live, then the points will be there. It'll be there from where they left off at. But if you turn this on, it will restart from 0. Okay, so people will see the points that they got from your live stream. All right, friends. So that is. Thank you so much for the follow, Tabitha. How you doing, friend? That is the process for voice chat. I'm not voice chat for a multi-guest. Keep that in mind. You want to pay attention to the settings here. You want to make sure you have it set up the way you would like for your community to engage, okay? Really quickly, let me go back to Vita. If you were going to go live on this screen here, She's back. Okay. If you're gonna go live, you see here, this is the voice chat. That's where the bubbles are. Okay? That's to do a voice chat. How you doing, Tiny Stiletto? This is the device camera. This is the one that you want to use for a regular live. And then because this is my shop page, I also have live manager. It has there, and then mobile gaming. That's a different feature. So that's where you change what type of live you're trying to do. Device camera is for the mobile devices, your tablet, your phone. Live Studio is where you have to log into your account. I just did a video about this earlier in the week. Live Studio, you would actually go on your laptop or your desktop, log into your TikTok account. So go to TikTok.com and then log into your TikTok account and then go to your download the Live Studio. That's what you have to do from your desktop or laptop. So Live Studio is not for the mobile. Okay. You said that's huge. Okay. All right, friend. So that's where you would go. Okay. So you need device camera. All right. All right, friend. Let me know if there's any other questions about that. What's the voice chat again? Voice chat is where you would only have audio. You're in a bubble, the little circle bubbles, and it's just audio. There's limited interactive experiences. You can have interactive gifts, like the gifts that kiss your face, or the one where they're planting it on my head with the gift that I have in a goal. Those type of things you can't do. Yeah. You only have music and sound effects. You don't have the regular effects when I do this type of stuff. You don't have that because it's not video, it's voice, it's audio. You do have the interactive game where you can do the trivia, but you can't do the drawing game. So little stuff like that you can do. But mainly people do it for music, or they'll have chats with their community, or they'll have audiobooks playing. So it's another way to go live. TikTok doesn't push the stream out a lot, so you don't get a lot of new followers, new visibility. So people do voice chat though, just to make sure that they're being intentional about maybe their league they're in, and they're trying to league up and have gifts that people can come in and support their live stream, or if they're just trying to talk to their community and support them. How do you do the heart you just did? This one here, this is an effect, it's called the heart gesture. So when you go into effects, the wand below, my screen's backward. The wand below will give you the effects there. Okay, so that's what you would do. Turn on the effects. Hey, how you doing? Jim Hare's in the room by Nikki. How you doing, favorite? Okay, so can you do the mobile mode on iPad too, or is it just for the phone? The device camera, thank you so much, is where you would do your regular live stream. Mobile gaming is a different type of way to stream. You should be able to do mobile gaming from your tablet. You should be able to do the voice chat from your tablet as well. So all of those mobile features are available. It should be available on the phone or tablet. Like I said, the tablet has limitations. It does have limitations. So I don't want you to be overly excited about tablet versus phone. It's a little different in terms of getting acclimated. Some of the features show up in different places on the tablet. It's just a different experience. At least it was for me. Now, from what I've heard from several other people, it seems like it's a little different for them as well. So, and like I said, I didn't use my tablet for too long, just because I didn't care for the way the layout was done. Okay, friends. All right, let me know. So let me ask this, and I'm gonna point out, like, people like Trainer V. She's new to the live to our agency community. Who else in the room is new? Newer to the agency. I want to make sure I'm talking to agency people first, because we're seeing more and more people go live and connect. Dr. Nicole, are you in the room? Let me know if you're in the room. I want them to kind of share a little bit about their live stream. Tabitha, you said you're Tabitha, we need you to get you to join the community. I don't think you're with us yet. So let me know, because you asked questions about the agency yesterday, and I think you're part of Coach Jesse's community. So definitely we want to get a referral code from Coach Jesse so she can get credit for bringing you into the community. Anybody else who's here? Let's see. Because I know I want to talk to a few of our newbies. And then I want some of our regular live hosts, our people who've been here for a minute. I want you guys to come in and chat with us as well, and share what you're doing in your live stream. No, ma'am, not part of the community yet. I love it. Yet. We're going to put that yet in there. We're going to get you going, friend. So, do you really have to be part of a community to go live? No, you don't. No, Black Lotus, you don't. It's helpful, though, because you can start growing and connecting with other people. You froze. Say that again about the effects and show us, please. What effects? Oh, the effects that I just did here. It's the wand. When you're in your live stream, at the very bottom is a wand. That wand is where your effects are located. So it's there. Before you go into settings, before you start the live too, you should see that wand as well. Black Lotus. So yeah, you're gonna click that wand. Sound effects are there. That's where the clapping is, the cheers, effects. There's one called heart gesture. Okay, that's the one you want, the heart gesture, if you're looking for this particular effect. Okay, I like it. I mean, it's the one I can do because I talk with my hands, so I'm always like doing this. So I want to make sure. So let me know if that helped. Let's do this. Anybody want to come up in the box? Who wants to show and tell? I like it too. Okay, perfect. Yeah. I'm a hand talker, so I gotta figure out what to do with my hands. I learned that pretty early on. Who wants to come up in the box? Because I want to make sure. Okay, there's favorite. Hey, friend. Did you mean to do that? Let me know if you did. Hello.
Yes, I actually did. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
How are you?
I'm doing great. So here's a couple things. We're gonna play around with stuff. Okay?
Okay.
We're gonna play around with stuff. So you're gonna be my guinea pig, for lack of a better word. So I am going to. Here's what I'm doing. Favorite is in my box. There is a little box. Let me see. And now I have to go back to my other account. There's a little box that because she's in my box, I'm gonna show you guys. So let me see. I probably can't show you unless somebody is in my box on this screen, but we'll see if it works. We'll see if it works. And let me see. Okay, I can show you a little something. You see that grayed out box there? It's a little box. I'm about to click that next to favorite's name. You see my name. I'm in my live. That box makes her the primary person on the screen. That's the box that do it. So when you click that box, you'll see that that person becomes your primary. Favorite, you're there. She's my primary. I'm in my box. So she's my primary. So you can make them the center of the screen. Favorite, I know you don't have your camera on, but she would be the person you would see on the screen. The other thing is you guys can see up above, because she's my primary, you see her name on the screen. You see those coins. Let me take my sticker away so you guys can really see it. And so you see her coins. I'm going to actually do another feature. Okay? Short stuff, I'm going to accept you so you're in the box too, friend. I'm going to do another feature. There is, let me end this because I'm trying to show it and talk at the same time. There's another feature next to favorite that says countdown. Okay? So people are gifting favorites. She's on the screen. She's the primary. I'm in the box. So if I click favorites box, I can put a countdown. It allows me to give a countdown for her. So she's in my box. Now you see there's a counter next to her name. There's a counter next to her name. And so with that counter, I just did a 3-minute timer. So she's going to stay, you said cool. She's going to stay on my screen because I also toggled on that she's the expanded box. She's going to stay on my screen for the next 3 minutes. So if Favorite was going to give us a little demo of what she talks about in her live stream and how she is supporting her community and she wanted to share her topic, she could do it right now. Favorite, if you want to talk, you can talk. And
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yes, my name is Nikki. So my platform is designed for respiratory therapy students. I just basically create videos that show them, give them different tips and tricks when they're going to clinicals, in terms of the work and understanding things that surround respiratory therapy. I also create little videos showing them how to use certain devices, showing them, explaining certain things like arterial blood gases and how to interpret them, and things, everything that surrounds around respiratory therapy. I just basically am here, and I have the platform where students can come and get a better understanding, because different people explain things differently. So I'm just here so they can ask questions and get a better understanding as to um, how to handle clinicals. I give them case scenarios, how would they, so they can learn how would they treat a patient and things like that.
Oh, nice, nice. Um, do you have a regular life schedule or what? I mean, I know you don't. I know you've taken a break, a step away, but I'm assuming
Yeah,
you're looking to come back.
I started by creating videos again, and I actually was gonna go live. I was just prepping while I watched you. I was gonna go live. So I just basically, now I decided I'm just gonna do pop-up lives because of how my schedule is.
Yes.
That's gonna work better for me.
Awesome, awesome. And you've been doing the voice chat too. How do you like that?
Um, with the voice chat, as you said, you do not get, it doesn't get pushed out. So the people that do come in are, people from the agency or anyone who's in my contacts and things like that. That's only really the type of people that I notice. And every now and then I get a new person pop up, but for the most part, it's mostly you all from the agency or anyone from my contacts.
Gotcha. So in 7 seconds, you're gonna pop down and go back to the panel, and I'm
Okay.
gonna pop back up. So that's how that timer works. So let's see what happens. There we go.
Oh.
Look at us. Look at us. We fancy. We fancy today. So I was in Janine's room, and we were talking about the panel boxes there. Nice, Doc. He said nice. And so we were talking about these panel boxes and just thinking about how to leverage it. And I was saying, Dr. Trish, here's your credit, friend. Dr. Trish said we should do almost like a show and tell type format, and that's kind of what I want to do here because we've gotten to 150 people, and I want you all to start meeting different people, but I want it to be like this fluid process where you can talk, you can have a timer, and then you can pop up and share what you're doing. Okay, so that's what this. You said that's really cool. Yes. So with the timer, you can set the timer in different ways. Hey, Charlie. Charlie, I want you in the boxes too, because Charlie been going live lately. Charlene, did you come? Did Charlene come in as well? She's the one that's been going live. And then Dr. Nicole. I don't know if you're here still, friend. We want to make sure we taking us to the next level. Look at, we're gonna be fancy. We're gonna be popping up and down. Folks gonna be all in our boxes. It is timed, so you do have longer time limits you can give. You can give 1 minute, 3 minute. Um, Short stuff. I'm gonna put you first. I mean next. Okay. Did you want to go up, friend? Are you just here for the moment? Let me know. And then Trainer V, I love the spa music, the meditation music. Trainer V, let me know, Trainer V, do you want to talk next? She got her spa music on.
Okay.
You want to talk next, friend? Okay. I'm at work, so I
I can
can't.
turn the music off. I forgot that I had my speaker on.
Girl, it sounds good. It's hey, I'm for it. It's up to you if you want to turn your camera on too. It's up. It's totally up to you. We're just going with the flow on this one. Okay, so I'm gonna let Trainer V go next, and then short stuff. I'll have you go next. Okay. So Trainer V,
Okay.
V. So here's what I'm gonna do. So again, all I'm doing as a live host, I'm clicking her box. When I tap her box, a screen pops up for me. It tells me I'm going to use the countdown. The countdown is where I can expand her to pop up on the screen and replace me. And then the countdown has a 1 minute timer, a 3 minute timer, a 5 minute timer, 10, 15, and then also has a write in. You can write in your own time. And then I'm just clicking 3 minutes now so we all can have a little time to chat a little bit. And then I'm going to start it. So the expanded box is on, and now she's up. Okay. All right. So you see the timer. You see her names. You guys can see
Good
where the
morning,
coin counter.
everyone.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I see that too. You hear my music because I'm sitting upstairs in my prayer room. I call it the upper room.
Okay.
Um, my live, I am scheduled to go live. I do it every Wednesday at noon. It's called Winning Wednesdays. I am a motivational training, coaching, all things God, and my channel on all my platforms is Making Life Happen with Trainer V. And so my message is to help you overcome any barriers in life that are keeping you from living your best life. Because a lot of times we just get stuck and we don't know how to move forward. And so I just use what I discovered here recently, my storytelling, because they are my lived experiences, and helping people to see, because I'm a visual learner, and just helping people to see how they can make life better for themselves. My making life happen is so different from anybody else's. Everybody has their own unique way and their own unique things of dealing with things. So we just get together, we come, we talk, and we just help each other overcome these barriers. So the one I did on Wednesday actually was nice, and I had so many people to come through that room that it was amazing. One of my community members came in and she co-hosted with me for a little bit. She jumped up on one of the panels and she shared it out, and we brought a lot of people in. We had a great discussion on barriers, and we talked about how we in the holiday season now, and one of the questions was, how do you um, guard your heart, or put up barriers and keep people from intruding into your space? And that was a great discussion because I gave an example of how I had to reestablish boundaries with people, and the way I do it is people can only do what you allow them to do. So I went on an apology spree and had to reestablish some boundaries with individuals. And I apologize like this. It's like I apologize because I allowed you to think that what you were doing was okay, and it's not. Mm-hmm. So moving from this point, we're going to do things differently. Mm-hmm. And so just something that's simple, helping people to see and think outside the box and change their perspective and how to live a better life. I hope I explained that.
Yeah, you did. Awesome.
In a nutshell.
Awesome. I appreciate you being here. So when do you go live? When's your schedule? Well, in 15 seconds you're gonna pop down, but you can still talk.
I go Wednesday at noon, but I'm going to try to add more now. But I don't know if I have the bandwidth because I do so much. I actually just finished 2 ebooks this week, so I'm doing a lot. That's why I was asking about the other thing I was asking about earlier, because I'm getting it set up now, and I kind of want to share all this information with people, how they can access these products. Some of them are free, some of them are not. But so yeah, I need to figure out a schedule that I can do on a consistent basis. But throughout the day, I don't know if I had a bandwidth, because I stepped out in faith and the Lord let go of the job, and I did. So I got a lot going on. My whole life pretty much is a faith walk. So
yeah, mine too.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah. You said, Kim said, how do you do all this? The board, the timer, all of it, huh? I love it. So okay, so Kim, there's a couple. I'm gonna start over for you too. So we'll chat more about this layout so that people kind of understand what I just did. But Trainer V, let's meet in a one-on-one too, because and then I'll talk a little bit more here. I do the Sunday meetings. We've been talking a little bit about how you can still share information with your community and lead them to your solution, but stay in compliance with TikTok. So all that is part of how you just have to be careful about how you do things. And that example I gave here, that's literally the first thing I did. I pointed people here, showed them my mini profile. I told them to click the profile again. And then what I would do was, actually my laptop's right here. I would log into my TikTok account, or have my TikTok on my laptop. And so people could see my profile. I'll flip my camera, see my profile. And then from there, I would click to my webpage so people can see it. And then I would talk through that process. Thank you so much, friends. I would talk through that process about where my solutions were at. And I didn't do it where I was like, oh, go here, but yeah, I didn't do that. I was showing you. It was instructional in nature. It wasn't like go by or anything like that. Thank you
Right.
so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for that. I like that with the little thing in my little puff. So okay,
Well, I
so
need to. This box helps me though. It's really giving me
mhm,
some ideas. It's really helping me because I wanted to do a live from the prayer room, from my prayer room, and you do that time just to, like, for instance, if you come in and you say, Trainer V, I want to, can you pray with me? And I want to pull you up in the box
okay,
and pray with you and give you your individualized prayer time. And then once we're done, put you back down and let
okay,
somebody else come up.
okay, yeah. Um, you could um, you could definitely do that. The way you had your guests the other day, I mean, this is the same layout. So you can rotate people in
Mm-hmm.
and out of your boxes just as simply as clicking them and adding the next person in. Yeah. You know how to take somebody down from the box?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But taking them down, say for instance, if you get points, if they leave out, do they collect their? Because I've been told that they don't get to collect their points if they leave out. But if you take them down,
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not.
their points may remain intact.
No, no, no. Their
It's
points
not
are their
okay.
coins are their coins, and that's. I think that was. I don't know if that was ever a thing. I think that was probably an old urban legend, but it could have been something that was the process years ago. Now, if you took yourself down from my box, you'll see a little description that says how long you've been live, how many points you got, and TikTok says points on purpose. Those are points. Because again, when this live ends, you don't see it immediately. You don't see it until I end my live. Then you'll get a notification that says you
Mm-hmm.
received rewards from that live, and TikTok will show you monetization wise what you received. And they do that on purpose because again, I said earlier, you as a guest don't get 100% of that. So TikTok takes their percentage. If the live host has on that feature where you are not, matter of fact, I don't know if I have it on. I'm going to turn it off. Oh, sorry.
Well, I'm looking forward to our
Oh, I have
one-on-one
it turned
because
off.
this
I have it
is, this
turned
is
off. Good.
good. I'm excited about that.
Yeah. So so you can take yourself down. They can take themselves down. It depends on how you want to do it. If you want to be in control, where you take them down and then you add the next person, maybe you just say that. Say, I'm going to take you down. I'm going to add the next person. Yeah. So it's up to you.
Okay.
And if they drop themselves down, they
So
still get their coins. Go ahead.
do you want me to reach out to you for our one-on-one, or are you going to reach out to me?
You're gonna reach out to me because I get distracted,
Okay.
busy. So you're gonna reach out to me here on TikTok, and those inbox messages. I always check my messages and I always get back to people. So yeah, just reach out to me on TikTok. That's easier. Okay. And typically I have like
Okay, I'll do it today.
1 to 3 available, and so right now Tuesday would be probably the best day for me because I try to manage my weekends a little bit better than what I've been doing. But Tuesday will probably be the next open date. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sounds
Thanks.
good. You're welcome. If you want to come down, you're welcome to stay. Short stuff. You're up next, ma'am. And then some questions that got answered that I got asked in a question. I did respond. Vita, the referral code would come from Tina. So Tina would give you a referral code. We're gonna walk through this a little bit more, and then I'm gonna close out by saying the whole agency stuff, so you can have that. Okay, so that's where that would come from. Flourish, I was done for the most part, unless you had some more stuff you want to go through. I'm happy to meet again next week, so just let me know. All right. Hey, short stuff, how you doing? You're muted. Let me unmute you. I got you.
I got it.
Okay.
Hi, everyone.
I'm gonna put you in the box. Give you the 3 minute timer. Um, and let's see. Well, the time is going, so I'll talk afterwards. Okay.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Etienne, aka The Short Stuff. I look crazy because I just spent the night at the hospital with my dad,
Oh,
but
sorry.
that's not the point of this. The
Okay.
point of this is I wanted to say hey and let people know what I do, which is I teach people how to grow, monetize, and protect their monetized accounts. I am really focused on the content. Right now, I'm currently doing a Hook of the Day challenge. That's a lot of fun that I really encourage you guys to get involved in. I know Coach Rhonda is doing it. I know a couple other people are also participating. My voice keeps going out.
No, you're fine.
Okay, good. A couple other people are participating in it, so I'm very excited for that. I'm using some of the best hooks that are not niche specific, so you should be able to fit it into your niche. Yeah, and I just open up the boxes for people to have a conversation about, struggles with going through life as a creator. My favorite thing to do is content creator truth or dare. That's what I do on my lives on Friday and Sunday nights. It starts around, I'm a Caribbean person and the habits are dying hard. So it's supposed to start at 9 for warm up and then 10 o'clock for the actual content creator truth or dare. I don't always show up at 9, but I show up in the 9 o'clock hour so that we can get the room warmed. And then at 10 o'clock, people start being brought up into the boxes just like this. And, we do content creator truth or dare, which is so much fun. I keep on getting tagged in videos with people doing their dares and stuff like that, which not every dare requires content, but almost. And it's just a fun opportunity to be honest with yourself about what it is that you're working on and what it is that your goals are. I definitely focus on goals for your content because the way that I see it is that everything in this world is becoming content. Affiliates are almost for everything. I got an affiliate link for the banks that I use for my businesses, which you guys are invited to join. And, hopefully share some commission with me if you want to. That's not a requirement. And then you become an affiliate for that bank too. I love that. But I'm also an affiliate for AMZ. I'm an affiliate through Linktree. So I share some of my knowledge. I talk about your bio, which is really important. Optimizing your bio is critical to making sure that people can see you and become your friends and followers. So that's all I have.
Oh, they dropped down immediately. I wasn't looking at the timer. Oh, but that's awesome. I appreciate you. So your hook is a 30-day challenge for December, the hook of the day
Yes, it is.
for your content.
We are on day 5. Well, day 4 today. I'm on day 5 with editing of my content, but y'all are on day 4 with producing content.
Okay.
And if you come to my daily lives, because I've been live every day this week, I will, and I'm going to try to keep up with this. I will tell you the hook of the day for the next day so that you can start planning your content for the next day because people are like, oh my gosh, I feel scrambled, but I'm not giving away the tea for free that easy. So you got to come to my live to get it.
Gotcha. Do you use this format? Are you using a timer and stuff, or how are you doing your panels?
All my panels use the same fluid panel, but I haven't used the timer.
Okay.
I don't know, for content creator truth or dare, it might be difficult because it's about the amount of time it takes to get through it, and it would be weird if I dropped some of these down by accident. If I do other panels, because I did want to do, it was a showdown. It was called the Squad Showdown.
Yeah.
Where people would come up, share what the kind of content they create, and we would just talk about their content real briefly. That was supposed to be something similar to what you're trying to do. That did not work out. I tried that for a couple of days, and people were running away from being on the panels for that reason. So I was like, all right, we're not going to do that. So now I just do a chat, shop, and chill, and if people want to come up, they let me know, and we talk.
Okay. Nice.
What you saw last night, which is after I did the first part of it, the live, I invited people up to chat because Elle, which I think she was in this room and came to my room, she's now she's about to join the agency.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, Pals mentioned the whole daily challenge on the hook and stuff. Because I was sharing with her earlier, I'm still kind of working through making sure I get that content out every day. So I like the idea of the hook of the day to kind of get people to be top of mind.
It really is. It takes out the guesswork work from what it is that you have to say, because the hook is so important, but sometimes I spend so much time searching for a hook that I feel like I'm spending 30, 40 minutes on one piece of content, and that's obviously not a sustainable model. So the hook of the day, I feel like, because I already pre-listed which hooks I'm gonna do, I just go off the dome. I'm not even scripting my content like that anymore. I have a good hook. I know exactly what my goal is, and I just share it from the head.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you for sharing, friend.
Thank
Appreciate it.
you.
Coach Jesse, I was seeing your comments. I didn't want to interrupt short stuff. It sounds as if you're saying you want to, something's happening where Natty had something going on with family and stuff, and you wanna pray for her.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've been chatting earlier,
Mm-hmm.
and we were supposed to meet up to do some things, and she messaged me to cancel, but she says she is at the hospital right now. So she is in the ER, and she says she don't feel good. She's been having a lot of chest pains for the past couple of days, and that her blood pressure right now is 187 over 99.
Wow.
And she says she do not feel very good at all. So as we were getting ready to just chat on the her how she feel, I'm like, okay. So I was praying with her, and I just say, hey, you want to share that or not? And so she asked me to share it here with the community,
Okay.
so that we can pray for her. So that's what I wanted to just share.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, definitely. My heart goes out to her. Did you want to pray? How did you want to do it?
Oh yeah, sure. I can certainly pray, so that we can all just carry her now and pray. Our Father, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we thank you, God, for who you are. You are such a good Father. We thank you for this moment, Father, and even now, God, we lift up our friend, our sister, to you, Natty, Nat by name, Natasha by name, Father. We thank you, Lord, right now that you are going to be with her where she is in the hospital. And God, you are a great physician. You are a doctor. You are a healer. God, you know the matters that's going on in her situation, her chest, her heart, and even her blood pressure. So, Father, I pray right now for a decrease. I pray, God, for those physicians that will see her, God, that they will handle her with care because she is your precious daughter. We pray for, God, immediate healing over her body from the top of the head to the soles of her feet. Father, I pray for every pressure to be released, every burden to be released, every situation that she is going through, God, private ones and ones that are spoken of. God, I pray that you even now doing a new thing in her life. I thank you for divine protection over her, God, and I pray, Lord, that they will figure out what it is that needs to be done so that she will walk out better than she went in, God, even now. So, Father, turn it around in her favor. You are a healer. We believe you as a Jehovah Rapha himself. And God, we thank you and we give your name glory, and we already rejoicing for her complete recovery so that she will get back to doing the things that you have called her to do, and give her peace in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Definitely want to, hopefully she has a speedy recovery. And then on top of that, I mean, I'm happy that she went to the hospital. A lot of times that's ignored, and people don't.
Yeah, she's been ignoring it. It's been a couple of days. She just have quite a few things going on, and I would just have to pray for her, her situation, to help her body to also regulate and heal. Because one thing we sometimes forget about is that the stress, our body responds to the stress, and our body responds to our environment. And so with all that being said, we just need her to, be completely healed from her body as well as her environment.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we definitely have to take care of ourselves, Charlie. You're right. All right. Well, thank you for sharing
Yeah.
that. Well, I'm sure she has a lot of family, LY family, that's going to reach out and
Yeah.
make sure she's doing okay. And she definitely needs
Mhm.
to take care of herself and make sure she's in a better place. I know she's been a lot more active lately with her live stream and stuff, so she might have to kind of make a decision
Yeah,
on
actually, she
how.
started to take a step back a little bit.
She had done two a day this week. This week she's gone live a couple times. She was
Yeah,
This week she was pretty busy with starting off December, if nothing else. But yeah,
yeah,
so she definitely needs to kind of take a break and just see what's going on, especially if her pressure's that high. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So she says she'll keep me posted, but I'm sure as you guys reach out to her, maybe don't overwhelm her yet because she's still in the ER, and she don't know exactly what they're gonna do. But she says herself she doesn't feel okay.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's that. Hey, that's when you go. When you know you're not yourself. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
Luna, you said it got filtered. We're talking about Natty Nat. Natty Nat. So that's what we're talking about. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So, um, yeah. So, Luna, yeah, definitely take care of yourself too. I know work was stressing you, friend.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So let me recap what happened here with the boxes, and I'm going to invite anybody else who wants to come up and just talk a little bit about what you're doing um, from a live stream perspective. Um, with the thinking that let me recap what I did so that you guys know how to leverage this and if you want to use this in your live stream. And like I said, anybody else who wants to share a little bit about their live stream, especially our people who are newer. So favorite and short stuff aren't new, but they are, reinvigorating their live streams. They have been doing things a little bit more frequently with showing up and making sure that their live stream is activated again. So, and then Trainer V, she's new for our community, so she's a newer live host here in the TikTok streets and in our agency. So any of our new folks, like I said, if you guys are trying to share a little bit about what you're doing, feel free to come up. I'm probably going to start letting some folks down so we can free up some of the boxes too. So I appreciate you all. But let me recap. You guys can stay while I recap. And with that, you have. I'm gonna go to my other account. So let's see, real quick. So we're gonna go here real quick. We're gonna go live. And so what I did was actually go to um, Kim. I hit accept. I saw where you wanted to come up too, friend. Okay, so what I did here was, and Kim, this is probably for you. Let me flip my screen around so you guys can see it good. Let's see. So you're gonna go here to your two people. Janine, this is what we were doing in your room yesterday. And so I walked through all the features here. So once you click your two people, that's your multi-guest. You see the settings wheel at the top right corner. It will show your layout. The layout we have here is the fluid panel. That's what you're seeing here, this fluid panel. The board is the thing that you see at the bottom where it has a little bit more information about your live stream, what's happening here, what's happening with your multi-guest panel. So I said share your live topic is what I have on my board. When you click the board, you can type anything you want. You can actually change. They have some templates. That's what you're seeing here. So you can pick from, oh, I love that board. Yeah. So you can pick from the template or you can create your own words. And then I'm just going to say hello, just so we have something on the board. So here you can expand the board if you wanted to. You can move the board around. You can turn it up. It's all up to you. You can have that board move around any way you need it to. Let's see. So, and then you can change the color of your board. There's some colors there. And it can pick from your camera roll. So you can even add an image. So you can put some stuff there. So how did you get there again? I hit the multi-guest panel. Kim, let's see. Let me go back out. because once I close this, you'll see it. All I'm doing is clicking the two people. The two people is your guest panel. Okay? Can you decorate the board? The board, yeah, the decorations come from, if you wanted to, hold on one second. So I'm gonna hit the two things here, this board. You saw where it tried to pull up my camera roll. Hold on, stop, act nice, okay. And so here is the create part here. You can go here, when you change the color, and it's gonna pull up my camera roll. Though, this is when I was in the Live Fest, conversation, I was doing screenshots. So let's pick one of these screenshots. I'm gonna hit done. That's on my board. That was a screenshot from the Live Fest session that they did yesterday. So if you have an image in your camera roll, maybe you do have something from Canva that you downloaded and you put in your camera roll. That could be your board. Now you got to make sure it's in compliance with TikTok. So the words on that, what you're showing, has to be acceptable. But yeah, you could make an image there. You could put an image there.
Question.
Yes,
Will
ma'am.
your head and stuff be going like in and out of it while you're live, or
What do you mean?
like you know how when
No, it's this board down here. You see the blue thing that says share your topic? That's the board I'm talking about. You see this board?
okay. So it's not gonna be like the same one as when you put a background of.
There. So I just made this the expanded image. So as you can tell, it's off the screen. So it's not the best when you make it your main image. But no, you don't see my head at all because I'm now in a box.
No, you know, like I'm talking about like how when we have the thing above our head, and then sometimes
Coach Jesse,
it doesn't do that.
Coach Jesse, it's a box. It's a box.
Oh.
See where I'm at right now?
Oh, it's an actual box.
It's a box. So if I tap this again, I'm gonna shrink it. So I put it back in a box. It's like you on a box.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So, Dr. Lisa, when you run out of boxes,
It takes
does
up a
it
box.
automatically change?
It takes up a box. So you have one less box because you're using this board.
Okay.
So, no, when you use like this board right here, you can only allow so many people up. So, in order to get more people up, do you have to change the screen that will allow more boxes, or does it manually do that? I mean, does it automatically do that, or do you have to manually do that?
The most boxes you can have is 8. Because you as a live host is
Okay.
taking up a box. The most you can have is 8. Yeah. And when you do the fluid
Okay.
panel, we'll see, but I think the most the fluid panel allows is 6. I think this might be the cap. Short stuff, do you know the answer to that? The fluid panel, how many boxes do you normally have? Is it 6 or 8?
I think I've seen 7 because there's one that can go right on top of the one that says invite. I've seen it go up that high.
As high as 7, you think? Okay.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
think
I've
the
seen
max
that.
is 8 though. I think the max will be, well, so in this layout, let me just show you guys. Let's switch it real quick since we have people here. This is the max. So a total of 9. I made the 9th box. This board took up a box. Now, if I change it to this layout, again, you can get 9. I mean, you can get 8, but I'm still a box. I'm 9.
Okay, so I might have missed what this answer if you said it, but in what cases would we use this per se?
The board?
Yeah, this layout or this view with having that board. I don't know if I might have not been here when you explained that.
The board is just a way to describe what your multi-guest panel is all about.
Okay.
So think of it as almost like when you think about my board, like right now you don't see my board. I don't know where my board went away. Where's my board at? Lord, it's the other layout. I gotta show the board. Okay, there. See, my board's still there. It's just a way to showcase what your panel's all about. So it's not necessary if you don't want it, but it is if you don't expect to have. So for example, Trainer V, in your description, you said you're gonna do prayer conversations. So you could have a board that says, "Come up, let's pray." You know what I'm saying? You could have something there so people know what your panel's all about. And then you're going to be rotating people in and out. So you probably won't have a lot of people sitting in your boxes at any given time.
Okay, so I can't do it for winning. Put the board up that says Winning Wednesdays, because on Wednesdays that's what it's called, Winning Wednesdays.
You might want to use
And
this
so I
one.
can put that up on the board.
You could put that on the board, or you might use
Yes.
this one here where it says Learn About My Creator Network. So you could create a board for that Winning Wednesday, and then your panel
Right.
box could be
Okay.
prayer requests. You know what I'm saying? It could be something else you say.
Yeah. Because I think I went in there and I was playing around with it, and you can create boards and leave them, save them,
Yes.
and then that way you can rotate them out.
So to the point of, let's do this, because Janine just asked the question. Janine just asked the question, can you remove the board? I'm removing it. So it's gone. The board's gone. Can I add the board back? Let's see. I think it's there. Let's see. It is there because it is part of my history. There we go. It's back. Okay. So the board can come on and off as you want. You can make multiple boards. You can have a history of boards in there that you can select from if you choose to. Yeah. Question. So you said, as an agent, do you have any connection to help us get invited to TikTok headquarters? Soda, not right now. I can ask my, well, let me take that back. I can ask my manager, but it's going to be based on your performance. You know, if you are a high performing creator, the answer is possibly, but it's definitely based on your performance. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. If you're not a creator that's going live and not making diamonds, possibly not. More than likely not. So it's based on your performance. So yeah. Okay. Okay, so back to this really quickly. Let's see. So you go back here. You have Kim, I don't know if you had specific questions, but we just talked about boards. We talked about the multi-guest rewards. This is a feature that says you get an extra reward for hosting people in your boxes. This feature here, you could toggle on and off. And you may want to think about that. So I have it turned off. On this live, I have it turned off also. You may want to think about that as, okay, maybe you were doing something very game night, fun night, and maybe that's something where you're like, okay, you know what, because I'm hosting this, I'm going to turn it on. Or if you're just doing a panel where people are doing the intros of what they're doing, you turn it off. So it might be based on your topic. If you're doing a prayer request line, you turn it off, you know. So you just decide on how you want to operate, but you can turn it on and off. Yeah. So you said you have yours off. Okay, good. Got it. All right. That's it. You said, so you said your board up here came off. When you go back to your wand, that edit for your effects, boards are there. So you could turn it on and off. You can't create it while you're live. You got to create it before the live for this board. But you can turn it on and off. Yeah. So that board you can turn on and off. And then the last thing I talked about was just making sure you have this feature on for people to come up in your boxes. So if you have this feature off, people won't be able to request to come in your boxes. So keep that in mind. A lot of people turn it off when they're doing the voice chats, but you got to turn that on. Okay? Any other questions?
You make me want to do a live today, Dr. Lisa.
Why? Go ahead and do it. Why not? Go ahead and do it, friend. You got this. All right? I love that. All right. So, Kim and Coach Justin, since y'all up in the boxes, y'all haven't talked yet. Do y'all?
I do have one other question.
Go ahead.
I have one other question before I jump off.
Okay. Go ahead. What's your question?
So I noticed that when you send out a lot of live notifications. And so when I'm in my live, I literally have to go in and tap the screen to send them out separate. You can only do so many at one time. So is there a way that you can send the live out to everybody on your following list, or is there something I need to set up prior to?
Um, so the short answer is no. You can. There's not a way to do it where you send it out to everybody unless you went in and individually click their bubbles or click them. So let me show that here. Um, you could create a group that you're sending it to people in a group chat. Um, but I think that's your only option: the group, or send it to people individually. So there's a couple different ways to share out the live. Okay, so let's go live. And anybody else knows of ways to do it, let us know. So first of all, if you press and hold the middle of the screen, your followers pop up. I don't know if you knew that. The power share, if you're holding down the middle of the screen, you can share it out to these people. And you can send this live to them individually that way. It also has, let me do it again. It also has the people you recently shared it to. So it'll have a list of those individuals. And then it'll have, when you start having top supporters, that will show up too. People who have come back and have been your top supporters, that will be another list that you can send it to. These are group chats that are in my live. Live support is one. There's these other individuals I can share it to. And then at the very bottom, and this list often will reflect what your inbox order is based on. So so traditionally people who are at the top of your inbox will show up as the top of this list. So it usually does reflect the top of your inbox in most cases. But at the very bottom of this list is more friends. Here you can search. So if I wanted to search, let's say T names. Oh, I'm sorry, I was hitting R, but whatever. So if I, so it starts highlighting R names. So I can say R-A, Rand. It'll start highlighting people with that in their name that are part of your followers. Okay? So you can see other people you can send it to. You see the little bubbles here? I can send that to them. So if there's somebody here that I'm like, oh, I want to search people who are, I don't know, if I think about the word spirit, it says spice, let's see if I want to spell it out. So people who have something in their name that's associated with the topic. Spiritual life, if I'm looking for her, spiritual team, those type of people. So if I wanted to share it out with something that was close to a theme that I'm looking for, there's times I will put in the word art. So if I'm sharing my live with people who are creatives, and I might put the word art. And so now I'm looking for people who have like art or artists in their name or something like that, and I'll share it to them. There's times I've been in lives where my crochet folks, and so I'll put the word I'll put the word crochet. And so now I'm kind of thinking about those people. Yes, Michelle crochets, those type of people that I can share the live with. So you can play around with sending it out to individuals that way. Also to share your live here. So what you'll see me do, I always add my live to my story. And then the group chats that we have for this agency are like my top list. So I always kind of send it to those group chats and a couple other groups that I belong to. And so that's what I normally do for my live. So group chats is a great way to send it out to a group of people in a blast. And then sometimes I'm like, okay, I haven't seen this person in a while, and if they're on my list here, I'll click and send it to them too. So
I have a question about the group chat.
Sure.
My experience is that group chats are for level 10 and above people in your room, and there's no way to create a group chat unless you, I guess, have a certain amount of followers for people that haven't reached a certain level in your room. Do you know something else that I don't know?
Yeah. You go right here. You don't have the little 2 people to create a group chat? Uh,
Hold on.
right here. Create a group. All I did was press this here. Those 2 people right there in that corner. Create a group. Everybody has that. Now, you're talking about fan club. You're referring to the new feature with the fan club, and those are level 10 and above. Yeah, the fan club has a way. They now have that feature where you can make your fan club members a group, and so
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah. But this particular group option says that you only, I think the one, unless they just changed this, let me just make sure, that you can have up to 32 people. That's why I have multiple group chats for the agency.
Yeah. Okay, I understand. So the fan club limits you to 300. The creator group limits you to
32.
32.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
That's a good to know.
Yep.
She's giving me more homework today.
Your group chats. Group chats is not a bad idea. I like the idea of it. They can become kind of overran. Depends on how many people are sharing out their live and the information flowing in and out of that group chat. So it may become a little like I said, I'll use the word overrun with information. But I think it's a great way to share out your live in a group. You can send it to individuals as well, but don't spam. Don't send it out too much. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So how can you remove yourself from a group? Can you do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Click the top of the group. Let's see. I'm not gonna remove myself from this group.
Okay.
But if you're at the top of the group, you can say leave group. So just click the top.
Okay, thank you. Because I've gotten put in some groups. It's like, how did I get in here?
Right. Yeah, you can leave the group. So just click
Not
that.
you, it's Dr. Lisa. It's some other person.
Yeah, there's some people who are not who are in the agency, but they're not going live either. But they're in the agency and not in the group chat. And I was like, oh well, that's up to you. I think it's an opportunity, and people can leverage it or not. It's up to them. Yeah, it's an opportunity for additional exposure. And at the end of the day, that's what we're all trying to get, as much exposure as possible. So,
That part.
yeah. Thanks, Dr. Trish got you. Okay, you're connecting. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Kim, for the populars. I appreciate the support. Kim, Coach Jesse, you guys are in the boxes. Anybody else coming in? Let me know if you want to come up and do a quick intro. I appreciate you guys coming up, sharing about your live. I was going to have people see the countdown again, the expansion and countdown. So let me know if you want to chat while you guys are up here. And anybody else want to share about their live? Let me know.
You can adjust the number, right, on the side?
What do you mean?
The number of boxes? Like if I'm only gonna have 2 people, and I want to use the board, so it would be the board and the 2 people, or the board and 1 person.
Yeah. The way you would do it though, you probably would. Let me just check. The way you would do it is for this particular panel. It doesn't say that you can do 4 or 2. Let me look. I think for this particular panel, you would probably just say, take away show available spotlight box. So I just took that away. And then you would probably, that may be the way you do it. You just take that away.
Then the other boxes would just be empty, but your boxes that are filled with the board and the person would be there, and then the other one would just look like they have the plus.
You don't see the plus anymore. Do you see the plus box no more? I took it away.
Oh.
So you could toggle off that it shows available box. You could turn that off so you don't see the available box. So you could turn that off, and then for you, if other people request, you just don't accept them. You just have the 3 boxes showing. So yeah.
Okay.
So there's not an available box right now. I have to get back to work. I have a rest. Oh, thank you so much, Charlie. Kim, you gonna talk now? Let me thank you so much for that daily heart. The level up cake. Look at you. So I appreciate you, friend. I have to get back to, let's see, I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Okay. And so I'm going to turn back on my available box so people can see it. Um, thank you so much. I connect with Tina about the referral process. Yes. Okay, Veta, thank you so much, friend. Yes. Okay, Kim, you ready?
Yes, 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 yes. Hey everybody.
Hello,
I
friend.
love my LYIA family.
Hold on
Y'all
one
are just
person.
like
Let me.
absolutely amazing. I don't know. Did you mean to put Coach
I did
Jesse up
not. I
or
did not. I was
okay.
clicking you.
Okay.
I was clicking you. Hold on one second.
Okay.
And so you can always end the countdown. You saw where I did that. I moved her back, and I was clicking the countdown, and so I ended the countdown for Coach Jesse. So I just went in there and changed it out. Hey Kim, now you get the spotlight.
Okay. Okay, I need to know how to do the countdown because that's interesting and I need that to make, in my life. So we'll talk about that on the other side. But what I do, I am a relationship coach. I've been a relationship coach for 15 years. And what I've done is I have narrowed down my niche to healing because I realized that while I help men and women in their relationships, part of the reasons why relationships don't work is number one, because people haven't healed, and number two, they haven't surrendered to God all of the things that they need to surrender, right? Or maybe that should be in the reverse. But either way, that's what I do. I work on helping people to become their best selves so that when they do get into a new relationship or they're trying to work things out in their marriage or they're trying to just work their lives out in the fullness of what it is, I literally am helping to walk them in without quoting scriptures, giving them the word of God. And it is everything, and I am operating in my purpose and in my gifting and in my authenticity, and all of this is a direct result of me doing the body of work that I am asking other people to do.
Yes.
Wow. And it's amazing, and I love where I am on this journey, and I'm excited because it's amazing to watch people have breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough, because they're being real with themselves.
Wow.
Yeah, that. I'm done.
I love that. Well, you got 50 more seconds.
I got 55. Okay.
So tell us when you go live. Share your live time and when people can connect with you.
Okay. All right. I go live at 12 o'clock, and I'm not on live now because I'm here. And I also go live at 7 o'clock, and I needed to change my hours because I also have to honor myself. If I'm teaching everybody about honoring and intentionality and all the things, I too have got to operate in that. And I can't just get on because TikTok says, this is a great time for you to get on. No, Kim needs to get some sleep.
Yeah, exactly. And it's working. Yes. It's working for you.
I love y'all.
You're doing both times.
It really is.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so you guys saw the switch
happen. The other day I had 156 people in my room, Dr. The most I have ever had.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my goodness, this is good. This is good. This is some good gushy stuff.
So that was the 7 o'clock or the noon?
That was at 12 noon.
Okay.
I was blown away.
Okay.
I don't know what time they started because sometimes it's a slow uptake.
Yeah.
Right? But then all of a sudden it was like boom, and it was a constant people just coming through and just coming. And I was like, wow. Now, it tapers and then some of them come back.
Right. Exactly.
Right? But then it's I come with the full throated. This is Kim. This is who I am. I am here live and in color. And, so there is laughter. There is dealing with the pain. There is, the healing work and people saying to me,
oh my God, Kim, like you are preaching, and I'm not trying to preach. I'm just speaking truth to power, and people know the truth when they hear the truth, even about themselves.
Right. Exactly.
Right? Because we're not doing any outside work about what somebody else did or is doing.
Right.
Actively. We're working on ourselves because we, contrary to what other people say, we are the most important people in the world. And it is us, and I'm not talking about being selfish. I am talking about self-full, where you honor who you are so that you can give at the level and operate at the level that God has purposed for us to operate at. But you can't give that if you're empty.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Wow.
Right? So yeah, y'all, I thank God, first of all, Dr. Lisa, for you. You know how I feel about you. But I thank God for this family.
Yeah.
And I literally thank God for TikTok. Because had it not been for TikTok, I would not know y'all.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Where else are we gonna get this training and this kind of love and this no, seriously. In a way in which we can understand it. You're amazing.
Oh, thank
and
you.
I just thank God for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Yes. Okay, so I'm done.
Right.
I'm done running my yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, and you got to go live. Okay. All right.
Yes. I got to shut my pothole right now.
I love it. Okay, so really quickly, all I did when I touched your box, a screen pops up. It's a little black screen. When I touch your box right now, screen pops up. It has, I can gift you, I can mute you, I can turn your mic on, your camera on if I don't know if it's gonna send a message or not. I'm not gonna do that. I can expand you where you are on my screen, and then there's the countdown. The countdown is the feature where it actually shows different durations: 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute, and then they have the little pencil where you can put time all the way up to, oh gosh, it's like a little it goes up to 60 minutes. Goes from 1 minute to 6 minutes to 60 minutes. And then it has expand guest box during countdown. That's what I turned on. I have that set so that you popped up and that timer starts timing right there. And then when the timer ends, you go back. And it doesn't stop you from talking, but you are back in your area. Okay.
So what does it? So because I've had panel discussions before, and it's different. Is it when I request, or is it when you request me?
What do you mean, this feature here? Regardless.
Yes.
Regardless. And then let me see, does it do it for the fixed panel? Let's see. So now you're here. If I do the same thing pops up, the countdown. Yeah. You could still be in the countdown box. Yeah. It's there for the live host. Yeah, it's there for the live host. And if I wanted to if I wanted to turn that on, I can absolutely turn it on. So it's there as a way for you to turn on the countdown feature for your community. And so let's see something. Let's do something real quick. We're gonna do a social experiment. We're gonna experiment real quick because I'm gonna click you again, Kim. I'm gonna turn the countdown on. I'm just gonna do 1 minute. I still have the expansion on, so I wonder how it's gonna change. Okay, now it does this format. So you're still there, but we're all now in this other layout. So so this is another way to do it. So all this is the fixed panel. The other way we were was the fluid panel. Fluid panel I think I like better, only because it feels like we're still in a regular live as opposed to this layout here. This is the layout with the most boxes, I think. You think so? This is where you can get 8 boxes? Maybe the other way you don't get 8? Okay. Okay, so this is a way you could get 8 boxes potentially. And then you know we're still taking the board. The board is taking up a box.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a good feature to be in control of your live. Yeah.
And tonight I'm using that feature when I go live tonight.
Okay. So what, you're gonna have people come up and talk?
Discussion tonight.
Okay.
Yes. So this is perfect for me.
So if you wanted to feature somebody and have them talking, you could use this and make them the center of the conversation. This is another layout. This is the other way you could do it with the boxes here. And again, you still can touch that person's box and do the countdown, and all that is going to be there for you. And then we can go back to what we were doing before, the fluid. That's this one.
Yeah, the fluid.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what you want to do. I think for you, Kim, I don't know. I think I would keep you on. I know. Yeah, I think I would do fluid for you, just in case. It depends on if you're trying to use all your boxes. So that's the thing. Are you trying to use all your boxes or not?
No. This is why this countdown thing is so important, because you know, when you have panel discussions about healing, people like to go on and on and on.
Yes.
But if I say each person has 2 minutes to answer the question, or 3 minutes, or a minute, then you know what I mean?
Exactly.
We can condense the amount of time people talking for like 25 minutes trying to, hog up the whole. No, we're not doing that.
Right. Right.
Right?
Exactly.
So this works.
Exactly.
But some people don't know how to shut their pie hole, Dr. Lisa. They don't.
I know. E-Nurse, I'm bringing you up, and Dr. Trish, I'm bringing you up. Thank you so much, friend. Look at y'all.
And I'm going to come down.
Okay.
Thank you so much for everything, Dr. Lisa. I
Mhm.
love y'all. I love my family.
Okay.
Y'all are dope.
So real quick, Kim.
Yes,
So
y'all
here's
be
how.
blessed.
Here's how you do. You know how to bring people down, and do you know how to bring yourself down? Yourself down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
People removing them, disconnecting them. You mean?
Yeah, from your body.
Situation? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Same thing.
Okay.
You're touching that box and disconnecting, hitting the word disconnect.
I love it. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Y'all be blessed.
All right. Thank you, friend. Appreciate you.
I'm also dropping one to say bye, everyone.
All right. Thank you, short stuff. And then, Coach Justin, did you want to go next? You want to chat?
Yeah, so I don't know if I missed, was there the intro was supposed to be done? Because I only came up for the prayer, but I didn't know what you were doing for the box. So
So I have people on a 3-minute timer. What I was saying is just do a quick intro of your live stream, and within that 3 minutes, and talk about your topic. So that's what the board says. Share your topic, your live topic, and then and really the goal was to really feature some of the newer people in the agency. That was kind of many of us we've been there live, we've been talking for a minute, but we've got to 150 people now, and so there's a lot of new faces and people who are starting their live journey, but also we all don't know them because they're in different group chats and maybe you're not exposed to people. So this is totally fine. So I'm going to set the timer and have you start if you want to give an intro. I know you've changed your live recently too, so go ahead and share within the 3 minutes.
Okay, got you. Hello, everyone. Well, my name is Miss Jessie. I am a certified life coach, and I've been certified for about 6 years now, and I specialize in building up your confidence in unhealed traumas, and I do specialize in helping women in being healed from domestic violence, being healed from childhood traumas and all of the things, but I am also a mentor. I do certification programs for those who are looking to become a coach, and now I have expanded into digital products and business in a bag, where basically I am speaking to entrepreneur women that are homebound to go and learn how to earn income online and perhaps do it as a part-timer and have multiple streams of income, or do it as a full-timer where you now maybe walked away from your corporate job, or maybe you just had a baby, or maybe you are experiencing a life change, an empty nester, or a divorce, whatever it is. And honestly, I speak to the women who I've been and who I am now and who I plan to be. So I do cover all of those things so that I can help from everything that I have experienced and walked through and lived through. It wasn't something I chose. Actually, it chose me. And because of that, I just do it wholeheartedly with the best of my ability. And we all have flaws, and we all struggle at times with our confidence. So I just make sure I set up places where we can affirm women, empower them, help speak to them, and heal for them to have their hearts being healed. And I do concentrate on what I call the ish, which is the inner soul healing, because you have to heal from the inside out. And if you are healed on the inside, it will show on the outside. Doesn't mean you're perfect, but the work is continual, and you never arrive. And and loving one another with all of our flaws, and just really helping women to be whole, to live their peaceful life, and surrender themselves to God, work in their godly and boldly purpose, and obtain all of the things that God has for us. Remind us that we are royal priesthood. We are daughters of the Most High God, and because of that, we walk with our heads up high. We're the head and not the tail. We're above and not beneath. And I believe all those things. And I believe in you affirming yourself first before getting anything from anybody else. You must know who you are. You must walk with your head up high. You must step into whatever it is God has for you boldly, confidently, and with assurance, knowing that you are who God called you to be, on period.
All right. Real quick, what is your live schedule?
I do now go. I did shift the live time a little bit, but I'm trying to make it work. I now do the voice chat in the morning, and I do it at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I do it for about an hour and a half. But we do go through variation of just listening to the TikTok music, the gentle, to kind of get the room set, and then I have found a way to be able to use my phone to do the gospel and worship music without the boys getting into it. So I feed them and I have them lay down, and then I put it on with so that they be calm, and I could use my music to set the room as worship. And then during that time, we start talking and chatting a little bit, and at the end, we wrap up with affirmations. And then we also have a sentence of the day for you to leave out with. Yesterday, we we are moving the needle forward. And today is we are loving on ourselves first. So I do that Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Then I have 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I speak to the entrepreneur, homebound women 40 plus, to help her to earn online and step into a new place, a new arena, and get a business in a bag, as well as learn as digital products. And then nighttime, if I get to it, I do what I call the chat and chill with me, where we wrap up the evening or the day and everything that took place, including our detours. Sometimes you plan the day to be one way, but then it turn out another way. And then we talk about how do we handle the detours of our day, and what do we learn from it, and what do we want to do with it. And that's my schedule now.
Okay.
It's a new schedule. I'm trying to work with it, but it is a lot of lives, And then I also remember, because we got to do the lives for 25 minutes. So the nighttime, I don't guarantee I'm going to do it, because of the fact that the 6 p.m. sometimes, like the other night, it ran really late because we had people come in, and it turned out to be a whole worship and crying session and everything. So I never got to the chat and chill. So I just, I'm playing that one by ear. So, but that's new. That's something new I'm doing.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so I'll drop down. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. Dr. Trish, you came up, and E-Nurse, you both came up. Did you guys want to share?
Yeah, I just came up because Kim motivated me.
Okay.
I'm just one of those people going through that journey in order to find my person. And so it's a very painful journey, but I went through it and I survived, and now I'm on the other side. So she motivated me to come up here.
Okay.
Because I wasn't going to come up here.
Okay. So did you want to share about your live stream?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna put you on the countdown for 3 minutes, friend. All right, there we go.
It'll be under 3 minutes, Dr. Lisa.
Alright.
I won't take too much time.
Alright.
So my name is Dr. Trish here on TikTok. I'm a doctor of health education and a professor of public health at a university currently. I'm also a healing coach and the creator of Love Yourself Healthy, and specifically the Resilient Women's Method program, which is what I do with my clients off of this platform. My TikTok lives are a safe space for women who are healing, growing, and reconnected with who God created them to be. My lives are centered on one core truth: healing is possible, and you don't have to walk that journey by yourself. This space that I create in my lives and off of the lives is especially for women and empaths over 40 who are tired of carrying emotional weight, old patterns, and expectations that were never theirs. We honor the journey of becoming whole again. We talk about nervous system healing, emotional awareness, self-compassion, and stepping into your next chapter with the clarity and confidence, all grounded in the truth that God has covered you in grace and purpose. Everything I do is rooted in God's grace, the kind of grace that restores, strengthens, and realigns you with the woman God intended you to be, because that's what He did for me. And I just want to encourage people that God's grace meets you exactly where you are, carrying what you've been carrying, meeting what your heart needs most. Healing isn't about perfection. It's about allowing God to renew your spirit, guide your growth, and bring you into deeper peace. In my lives, I show you how faith, scripture, and spiritual grounding becomes real, practical tools to support your emotional and mental health.
Awesome.
That's it.
Awesome. What's your life schedule?
I do pop-ups now, but in maybe a week and a half. I think I'm going to be doing it more frequently and longer, because I submit my grades on December 13th, and I have about 2 to 3 weeks before my next semester starts. I won't have as much of a hefty class schedule next semester, so I'm going to be more consistent and put together a schedule that's going to work and that I can just remain in that schedule. It's a little tricky because my semester schedule changes every semester, but I'm looking forward to just coming on longer and really connecting with those people that that God has for me to help them.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for popping up. I appreciate it. You're about to drop down in 3 seconds. All right. Thank you for that. You're welcome to let me know if there's anything else you want to share before I have you come down if you choose to. You're welcome to stay though.
Just thank you for creating the space for us to, do what we are doing and just expand on our vision in regards to everything that is possible with what we want to do in a ministry, a service, a practice, and a business. So I just wanted to say thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Awesome. Awesome. E-Nurse, how you doing, friend? You wanted to come up and share as well?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Okay, hi, I'm Mary Ann. Hi, everyone. My name is Mary Ann, actually. Well, my handle is eNurse Hub. And so I do come on as a medical retired nurse over 35 years, a U.S. Army veteran of 6 years, a caregiver coach, and a published author. So what I do on my platform is a ministry for caring for caregivers. Caregiving in America today is 63 million American adults provide care to adults and children, medical conditions and disability conditions, meaning that a lot of us are caregiving for our loved ones, and sometimes we just get so drained. So I come on to encourage the caregivers to, if they can continue to care for their loved ones, but also give them nuggets, give them information about the free things that's available out there in the healthcare system. Since I have worked in it over 35 years plus, I know the different ins and outs. I have worked in ER, ICU. I have worked plenty of places, and also I was an instructor, clinical instructor for the college. So anyway, I enjoy what I do. I call it a ministry, because it takes a big-hearted person to care for other people. I'm just keeping it 100.
Mhm.
And so I do enjoy coming on and talking to caregivers, and they're sharing some of the things that they are going through, but also praying that they'll get either a way out or more help that they need. And so now I did kind of change some of the things that I do say about my caregiver journey, because I care for my dad over 13 years and my sister as well. So now I'm just saying that this is a spiritual lifeline for caregivers with God and intuition, and also being able to move forward with caregivers have like out of pocket expensive that they use a lot of their out of pocket money to care for their loved ones. And so I did add on the digital platform that I utilize that them if they want to help with their out of pocket expensive, they can also learn how to do passive income.
Oh, nice.
That's
Nice.
it.
When do you go live?
I actually changed my time. I used to go at 10 a.m., but I go at 6:30 a.m. Central Standard Time to 8:30 Central Standard Time because I am taking care of myself right now. I have had some health challenges, and so I have the adherence to my body and, working out and doing the things that I need to do, change my diet, and all those things that we have to do once we get these diagnoses from the doctor when you're aging. I am aging gracefully at 63, be 64 next month. So with that being said, that's what I'm doing. And thank you so much, Dr. Lisa, for allowing me to speak on the platform. And I do enjoy being in the group.
Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. My Chicago family. I love it. Yeah. Every time when I come to your live, you remind me of like relatives and family from Chicago. So it does feel like home. It really does. So I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, I know we got that kind of, like, that swagger, and then okay.
It is. It's a Chicago thing. It is.
Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome, friend. Anybody else wanted to come up? Let me know. I don't want to presume that everybody's good, and if you want to come up, you're welcome to. It's a great opportunity for you guys just to share a little bit about your live stream. So we did this. I'll do it again at the 4:00 just so people can see it. I know there's people who come in and out of the live and maybe not see it play out fully, but I think it's a great opportunity for you guys to start seeing how you can leverage this for your live stream, as well as thinking about thinking a little bit more about what you want to do for your community, what you want to do in terms of sharing the board and the multi-guest features and all that stuff. So we'll talk about it again this afternoon. I'm probably going to make this part of my live, not daily, but something I do at least once or twice a week, so that people can start getting to know one another, especially our new folks. I know there's a lot of new people coming through, and then this will hopefully it'll create community in a way that people are now sharing about their live. New people are coming to your live because they're hearing you talk about your live stream, as well as our new people getting a little bit more exposure within the agency, so people know what other folks are doing. Okay, so that's my strategy, but I want to make sure you guys are learning and growing and maybe using this with your community. Okay. All right, friends, it is 12:40. Oh my gosh, I did 2 hours and 15 minutes. Who else is going live? Put it in the chat if you're going live. A couple things you need to know about panels too. You can't have viewer wishes and panels up or co-host. So that's one thing you cannot turn on at the same time. I'm trying to think what else. Shopping cart. I probably would not turn on my shopping cart at the same time of having the panel boxes up. That whole static image thing is tricky. I'm not sure why it happens, but it's very tricky, and people are seeing that quite a bit. So I would say not have the shopping cart on and have the panel boxes on. Debt Free Friday live at 8 p.m. Eastern. That's Janine, live at 8 p.m. Eastern. How you doing, Urban Eye Candy? Thank you so much for being here. 6 p.m. Eastern carving. Oh, nice. Okay. That is Leanne. Leanne's doing her artist live. She's going to be carving. So that's 6 p.m. Eastern. Hey, Urban Eye Candy, what's good? We were talking about panels today, so I'll bring it back at 4 so you guys know about it. Anybody battling tonight? Any battles going on? I know there was earlier in the week, I can't remember who. Somebody said they were interested in learning, but I don't remember who it was. Dr. Tricia said going live today at 4:30 or 5 o'clock. I think that's what you mean, with my peer education, health education, talking about mental health and holidays. That's a good topic. Yes. Okay. I'll come back later. You're welcome, Irving and Candy. Appreciate you being here. Are you going live, friend? Let us know. Let us know. And then I'm going to talk a little bit more, some other things I wanted to make sure I covered. I sent out the email to everybody in the agency about the save the date, or if you're interested in doing the June retreat. So if you're interested in doing the June retreat, the email went out, a sample itinerary, asking if you want to opt in or if you want to put it out there that you're going to be able to join or not. So that was kind of the request. Let me know if you are planning to attend or if you're not able to. I think we've got about 5 people so far say yes. Got one no already, but I did get some yeses. So definitely respond to that message so we can know who is thinking about making this happen. I'm thinking my grandchild free so I can. You might, oh, you're going to, about live. Okay, you're talking about your live. Okay, awesome, awesome. Keep us posted on what time you're going to go live. Let us know. And so that went out last night. So that went out late last night. I wanted to make sure that was off my to-do list. And so definitely respond. If you haven't seen it, it went in school and it went via email. And then we are going to meet as a community on Sunday. There's a new feature, speaking of battles, when I was talking about that earlier, there's a new feature, a little listserv. I can kind of coordinate some battles. So I'm going to try to play around with a format to test that out. What day in June? June 5th, 6th, and 7th. That very first weekend in June. Very first weekend in June. And the location is Orlando. Orlando, June 5th, 6th, and 7th. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, the Mark with love. Appreciate that, friend. Thank you for that. Mark with love. I love that when it goes, stick it in my little puff. So yeah, so definitely take a look. See if you, if that is something you want to join us. We'd love to have you. Love to have y'all join us. Yes. Thank you, friend. Let's see. Coach Jesse, you got filtered. It said email. Email for the event. Yes, it went out via email in school. Email in school. Both ways it was sent. So take a look at that and let me know if you're interested and if you're opting in or not. I'll check school once I get off here. And then battles. I'll keep you guys posted. We'll try to coordinate some more battle stuff going on too. So we're staying in a hotel. What's the arrangements? So that's kind of the first question. The first question was seeing who all was interested in attending, because we are looking to make hotel arrangements. We're trying to get a hotel block and do the conference at a hotel. So that's the plan. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Lisa. Have 1 p.m. coaching call. Okay, perfect. And so yes, so that is kind of why we're doing the save the date, just to see if we need to move forward with reaching out, coordinating the venue, and making sure we have that all done. But yeah, it will be a hotel, and people can decide if they want to coordinate with roommates or by themselves, or if they want to bring their family. So it's up to each individual on how they want to do it. Okay. But yeah, it should be good. All right. Let me know if there's any final questions. I appreciate everybody. I will be back at 4 and we will get it all going again. Thank you all. Anybody else want to share? If you're going live, let me know. Put that in the chat as well. Okay. And then if you haven't done so already, claim your points. And then anybody who is still here, I did not talk about the agency again. Anybody here for the agency talk, let me know if I need to chat about it now. If not, I will make that top of conversation at my 4 o'clock. I'll be a little bit more intentional about saying agency stuff at the 4 o'clock. Live at 6 p.m. Central. Perfect. 6 p.m. Central. Coach Jessie, she'll be live at 6 p.m. Central. All right, friends. Your friend left. Okay. You know what? I feel bad. Tell her charge my head, not my heart. Because I was doing a panel conversation and I never got to the agency. But definitely she needs your referral code. So tell her to get the referral code from you, and I will talk about the agency because I need to talk about the agency. So I will do that. Definitely at the 4 o'clock if she's able to come back, and if not, I'll still talk about the agency. All right, friends. I appreciate y'all. I will see y'all later at 4. Okay, perfect. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me here. I appreciate everybody coming in. Y'all take care. All right, bye-bye. Take care. Thank you so much. Cool live. All right. I love that. Thank you, friend. Thank you for your support as well. All right. Let's get some content posted. We got to post our content. All right. Take care, everybody. Thank you for the likes and the thumbs up and the subscriptions. If you haven't subscribed to the channel. All right. Take care, friends. Bye-bye.